Do you like NASCAR? Do you like a tribe called Quest? Do you like NASCAR? Do you like a tribe called Quest? Well, you gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like manwich and nachos? Well, then you'd love the Urban Conservative.
Do you like guns? Do you like butter? Well, you're gonna love the Urban Conservative.
Yo, what's good, son? You like pit bulls, say? You like solving Sudoku puzzles? Then you gonna love the Urban Conservative. Hey, buddy, if your car making a sound like this, you might want to get you some power steering fluid and check out the Urban Conservative podcast. Are you repulsed by the idea of drag queen story time at your local library, but enjoy Carol Baskin TikTok memes? Then you would enjoy the Urban Conservative. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's Wednesday night. I know y'all least expect us on a Wednesday night, but we live in the building right here on the Urban Conservative. Salute to everybody that follow what we do. Take a moment to share this content. It's What the Wednesday. I'm joined by the good brother, Dr. Enqi, the American healer. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, you remember the Jamaican sound effect machine that used to look like a beeper?
Yeah,
I need to get one of those. We need to have one of those. Yo, what's the other noise it used to make?
I think we could find one. I think we could find one though. We could probably find one on the. Yeah, we might be able to find.
I'm talking about. You know the sound effects it used to make. Absolute madness. Yeah. Absolute madness. What's good though, bro? We tapped it for a Wednesday, man.
Bruh. I'm gonna be honest, there is no way with a story title like the one, like there's no way we can shoot the breeze.
There's no shooting the breeze. We can't even. All right. Well, let's get the caption up here. Mr. Bible shoots a transgender and why? This is what the Wednesday. So the reason I got Enqi on when I saw this story, I sent it to him was because in light of our Monday conversation. Right? In light of our Monday conversation about how this whole agenda is really being promoted into the community. So we had this conversation Monday. For those of y'all that missed the conversation, go back. We were talking about Dr. Enqi's book, Race Hustlers, and the interesting subject of reaching God through your anus. And we had it just went really, really in depth. And so then this story popped up on the timeline today, right? What was your first thoughts when I sent it to you? What did you think when you read it, when you saw it?
There were no words. I was just shaking my head. Like, this can't be this is not a real story. Like, we have to double check your sources on this. We can't openly discuss this. This might be fake news and it could come off pause. It could sound the wrong way. Yeah. See, I don't even want to use the wrong terminology or while this is a very touchy.
Yeah, it is. So let's get right into this. We're gonna go right to the New York Post because what better source, right? This is not a right-leaning news outlet by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a conservative-leaning news outlet, but the story is. Well, before we even start there, right? Let's start here. This is the headline that I sent over. Right? That's what you got. Let's just let this marinate for a second, right? And the reason I want y'all to marinate on this is because this is where we at now. I'm not knocking transgender people, right? But it did bring up an interesting conversation, Enqi. What did you ask me? What did you ask me?
Is this a real story?
No. The other question.
I asked so many, and I was so flustered. You have to refresh
You
my memory. I
said,
don't even know.
so is what happened, does what happened in this situation make you now gay?
Correct.
So let's revisit that question real
Correct.
quick before we actually read
No,
this.
no, 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 no. We should go to the story first. I think we
Okay,
should.
so here's how the story
That
reads.
question is probably going to take us the duration of the rest.
All
of
right,
the,
fair
If we
point.
start with that, I don't think we get to the
Fair
story.
point. So the story reads, a Minneapolis man is facing a murder rap after shooting a transgender, I'm just reading the story, y'all, transgender woman who made him feel quote unquote suspicious during oral copulation and confessed to his parents. He quote knew he wasn't God, but had to do it, according to the report. This young man's name is Damarian, Damarean, Kalon.
Wait. Hold on. Hold.
Yeah, here we go.
What's his first name?
Here we go. Let's just do this. We're gonna do this, and this is what we're gonna do. We don't go like that. So this way, you see what I'm seeing, right?
Okay, because his first name could almost be pronounced like almost like a slang term of like the Marine.
Okay, sure. The Marine Kalon Bible. Well, I would like to know what the name Kalon means. So if anybody could G-check, wait, I'm doing it. Kalon. Who?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sound ignorant and say that they may have freestyled.
No, we're back into the conscious. We're back in the African space. Kalon is an African name.
Oh wow.
Okay, it's an African name. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Submitted name meaning says the name Kalon. Nobody knows. Kalon name of origin unknown. Yeah, you made that one up, bro. You made that one up. You walked into the doctor's office and was like, I got it. Kalon.
It sounds to me like it's probably a combination of two other names.
Okay. K something and Lon something. Lonnie and Kayla. Yeah. Okay. 25 though, allegedly shot 38-year-old Savannah. I'm perplexed by the name, but Savannah Ryan Williams from inches away around 5:45 a.m. on November 29th.
Wow, hold on, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Cut me off.
The writer of this article really went to some length, pun intended, like inches away. Come on, like it's this. Come on, inches away.
This is what we're doing.
Why would they even use that term, inches away, when this is done during a sex act? Like,
oh no, oh no, oh no, I didn't even see. This is terrible. All right, yeah, you're right. This was really, I almost don't want to give it up to the writer, but damn, that was a good one, bro. You from inches away. Wow, bro. So you're gonna take shots at his manhood?
Getting shot, like, yeah, it's all bad.
All right.
People at home, please forgive us for trying to add some humor to this grotesque situation. Somebody definitely lost their life. Another young man is going to lose his life in prison. So definitely condolences to the families involved.
That part.
It's just tough to discuss something like this without trying to make light of it
it's painful,
to
man.
Make the subject more palatable to, get through.
So as the story reports, Mr. Bible, 25, allegedly shot 38-year-old Savannah Ryan Williams, which is just around 5:45 a.m. on November 29th, after she serviced him on 4th Avenue South in Minnesota City, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune reported. Williams' body wasn't found till hours later. Bible, who was arraigned in Hennepin County Court on Tuesday, was tracked by surveillance cameras to his apartment, where cops allegedly found a 9mm polymer 80 handgun, according to the news outlet. He allegedly told the police He walked past Williams at a bus shelter before the shooting, and she asked him if he wanted, you know, what it was, some smoke. So the pair walked into a nearby courtyard where he later shot her with a 9mm gun. Bible told the cops he felt suspicious during the sex act and continued to feel that way after it was done. So he shot her dead and walked away, the outlet said. Now, I mean, well, what's what are we doing?
Careful. This is it's thin ice.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm at, this is my question. So are you saying to me that you didn't know this was a
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna defend the guy, and I'm gonna say that it's possible there was some alcohol, some drugs involved, because remember, he's walking past a bus station at 5:30 a.m. What are you doing outside at 5:30 a.m. looking to pick up whatever? You know, like what are you
that
doing
is
on the
super
prowl?
yo, that's super ecstasy e-pill face right there. That's super drug face. That's 5 a.m. trying to you on the perks, and you listening to like, yo, I ain't trying to knock the music. I'm just saying
Yes, you are.
involved in that vibe is that.
Listen.
So now this gets deeper because he was also charged with first-degree aggravated robbery for an unrelated attack at a Nicollet Mall on November 9th when he alleged the forced victim to empty his pockets at gunpoint. Williams was a transgender woman who was identified by the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office as Miguel R. Stillday reported to the Tribune. So, I mean, there's the report, but the transgender woman was identified, and the thing is, like, so how does that work now? Is that listed as a male or female corpse? How does that work? I'm just curious. I don't know if you know, how does that work?
I would say they're gonna go. I would say they're just gonna say what they said: transgendered woman.
Yeah, but so the medical field at this point, right, is now giving credence to this, is what we saying?
This is thin ice.
Is that what we're saying? We're saying the medical field at this point is like, yeah, cool, no problem. Y'all could, yeah, that's a transgender man.
I'm gonna say for the record that I think you're wearing a very nice shirt.
Well, I would like to thank you for complimenting my shirt, and
but that's how I'm gonna respond to that question.
Okay, thank you for the compliment on my. So let's deal with this last piece to this, which is the idea of that. Okay, so is this guy, now that this has happened to him or anybody else, right? Let's say same situation doesn't end in murder, but you've now engaged in this act with this person. Now, are you part of that community? Are you now in the LGBTQ community because you've engaged in this act with that person?
I'm going to go on the record and say I don't think so. I'm going to go with the no.
Why no?
Well, I don't know. This is a very touchy subject, but I'm just going to say he didn't know what he was getting involved in. From what the article says, right? I think if the other person was still here, there could be an other side to the argument, because he's a thief and rape is a form of thievery, right? So, who knows what actually happened, because the only other person to tell the story is not available to tell the story.
Here's my thoughts on it right here. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
That's my thoughts. I don't know if y'all ever heard this meme, but that's my thoughts on that situation. That's my thoughts on that situation. If y'all have ever heard If you've ever heard this meme, then you would know my thoughts on it. Hold on. Oh, it's not playing. Oh, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky this ain't playing.
No. It'll play.
Nah, hold on.
You got to share it a certain way, I believe. You got to click
it's
for
the
audio.
internet. It's the algorithm. But I got it right here because it's in my recently watched. So here's my thought on it, right? Because this is what it sounds like. This is all I'm saying. It sounds like to me. Oh, I'm not even in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, going by the article, I don't think that converts you into being an alternative lifestyle.
Willingly, so you're saying unwillingly if you participate, right?
Well, I'm saying unwillingly if you participate in this type of sexual act specifically.
Mm-hmm.
There are other sex acts that I think that regardless to how you participate, it may move the chains.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That's my thoughts on that.
Yeah. See, that right there is somebody that willingly engages in...
Okay, so you're saying the unknown, you catch one late night and that there's no foul on the play, you're not in the community?
Again, because of the nature of the sex act. You see what I'm saying? Like, he walks by this person. Hold on, let's listen. He walks by the person. First, they're at a bus stop. They walk around the corner and he exposes himself and the person gets down and plays the flute.
Okay.
He doesn't know that that's not a natural woman. So in that scenario, I don't think, I think that it may have done something to his psyche, which is the reason why we're having this conversation. Once he found out, clearly. But what I'm saying is think about this. What if the person does that thing to him, right? And he goes about his business and the other person goes about his business and he never finds out that person was...
I'm gonna say it like they say it on the Boondocks. You gay. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant. I'm cut from a different cloth or something. But nah, bro. Like it's like getting skunk on you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got sprayed with the skunk. You got what you want me to do? You got skunk on you. Like, what you want me to do?
I'm gonna say this, man. It's a really good time to be like really married, not like
I'm gonna have to concur. But the sad part about this is how we're going to now have to conform to. Well, I'm not doing it. That's a man. He shot another man. Like, I understand y'all want to say transgender woman. That's a dude. That's all I'm getting at. That's still a dude. Respectfully, that's still a dude. It is one of the most tragic things that can happen and an example of probably why you should be very upfront about those type of things. These because I've seen it go bad too, where it's like you lie and then somebody go and then it's like you grabbing the unitas all of a sudden and you thinking you there with a chick and you reach under the thing and it's not what you thought. It's a sausage party now. And now you might snap, right? So, what do you do? Like, how do you react to that? What do you do in that moment? What reaction do you think is feasible when that happens? What's on the table? I'm saying, how you supposed to react? You went to dinner. You went. It was cool. You back at the crib. You done lit the joint. The wine is right. The lighting is perfect. The music is excellent. It's smooch, 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 and then sausage grab.
Wait.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you made it to the point where you into an intimate situation with somebody, and now you come to grab, it's reaching and feeling, and you feel that. You feel you
I think that's a drastically different situation from what happened with this guy.
okay, but what's the ramifications of either? Because to your point, what if that's what happened? He like, yo, then the light hit a half hour later, and it's like,
I'm gonna plead the fifth on what I might do in that situation so that I don't incriminate myself.
no, it's a hypothetical. There's no fifth on this. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. First of all, I'm probably gonna chop my own hands off, right? And then I'm first thing I'm gonna do is chop my hands off, right? And then I'm gonna disappear so my family can never find me because I'm gonna be disgusted with myself that I put myself in such a. There's no way I could call you and be like, or anybody I know, given no family, no kids, right? The type of people that I'm around, like, there's no calling the gods and being like, yo, God I was with this shit. Yo, you can't make that call. Who are you gonna call and tell that to? You're gonna die from depression of holding on to that. I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna
Ghostbusters.
no, it's gonna be terrible. Like, I can't. How do you even tell that story? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, it's listen. What comes to my mind is, and you know, this is where fathers that have young men, not even fathers that have young men, just fathers in general, you really have to have a clear line of communication with your children nowadays, because it's just they're growing up in a different world, you know, like these weren't things that, and I was just explaining earlier, talking about marriage, I was explaining to my wife that the world I grew up in the Bronx, you know, being born in 77. So, you know, I'm a child in the 80s, you know, I'm one of those 80s babies running around.
Mm-hmm.
And it was way more dangerous back then than it was now. The thing about now is you can see so much of the violence and hear about so much of the violence because it's on video, it's in the music, so it's like pumped up to you, but it wasn't as dangerous as it was back in the days with no cameras and no, you know, like, but we never really had to worry about things that these kids will now have to worry about. So, you know, they have dangers of a different sort to worry about. Think about, like, you know, your high school sweetheart. You know, your high school sweetheart, you may, you know, marry your high school sweetheart and then be trying to make babies, and then come to find out, you know, your childhood sweetheart may not have the equipment to make babies because so
No, I feel you. You're right. Lucky for me, my childhood sweetheart ended up a bum bitch. So lucky for me.
Well, here's the thing. I also think
Shout out
that
to you, bum
women that
bitch.
have children, their stock will increase now because
Well, I mean, look, you got a movement of people, right? And the inside of this story, there's a few things I wanted to pull out of this, right? So he gets on the phone with his parents, and a call to his parents, he told his dad that he just murdered someone, so he's cognizant of his action, and that he knew he wasn't God, right? So does that imply, or could that, because we're not mental health specialists, but that sounds like maybe there may be, and I'm not saying he has a mental health, again, I don't know, but does that not sound like something, or what's happening in the crib that he has to confess that he knew he wasn't God? So are they telling him he is? Like, what's happening here?
Or maybe they're having active conversations that, you know, I don't know. It's hard to speculate on something like this.
I mean, he's a 25-year-old kid out at 5:00 in the morning in Minneapolis, and out that way. And like you said, so my thing was, he obviously is a criminal, clearly, because he has other robberies, right? So this is somebody who's engaged in criminal activity. Let me not call him a criminal, because somebody get triggered. someone engaged in criminal activities, apparently, right? So this is a recipe for disaster. Total recipe for disaster. And yeah. I'm curious as to why he would make that statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what does made him feel suspicious? So what does that mean? Like, did you think she was filming you and was gonna put it out? Like, what did you think was going on? Is my question.
Yeah, there's something going on in the home.
Yeah,
There's something going on in the home. That's clear, but I don't know what, because I know I'm not God, but, and then the last name is Bible. So it's like, I feel like there's a lot more that's getting ready to come out about this story.
right. And the weird part about this is that to me, the weird part about this is I personally couldn't mistake that for a female. Like, respectfully, I'm just saying. So sometimes, you know, there's maybe a chance where 9 times you get it right, and there's the one time where you get it wrong. Yo, all right, let me take you back. You remember, you know, and this is who I'm blaming all of this on. I'm blaming all of this shit on one person. Hold on, let me go like this. I'm blaming this shit all on one person, and you gonna remember this because we in the same demographic. Remember Richard Bay? You don't remember the Richard Bay talk show? Okay, I'm gonna jog your memory, right? Richard Bay,
Geraldo.
Richard Bay was around the same time.
Okay.
Right? He was around the same time. Hold on, let me type it in. This was around the same time. And he was the one that started bringing out all of these. Hold on, why am I not getting the audio? You hear it? You don't remember this dude?
Yep.
Yeah, so that was Richard Bay. So he used to do this show where and I think
You remember him.
Yeah, I think it was what's his name too? What's the Jerry Springer also used to do it. Remember they used to do the show Who's the Man? Like, which one of these are the men? Can you guess which one of these is a man, or whatever the case may be? You don't remember that?
Yes, I definitely remember that.
So I don't know why everybody's. So I'm saying most of us got it right. It's like, yeah, that's a dude. Yup, that's a dude. And if anything, you guessed it was a dude, and it ended up actually being a female.
Well, remember, at the beginning of the show, I put the disclaimers in there for him because, for me, the face is very masculine. The shoulders are very masculine. Even though they're breast, it is still a very masculine look right there. But, you know, he looks like he's into, you know, some drugs and some other things going on. And at 5 a.m., you're walking past a bus stop and you're picking up somebody. Like, that says a lot about what's going on with you as well, especially if you're looking to pick up someone from the bus stop and engage in a sex act with them around the corner of, like, in an alleyway. Like,
Jesus, it's crazy. You mean like so with your man, with homeboy Bayard Rustin got locked up for that type of activity?
So that to me,
charge.
Like, because even people that are single that are out to try to make a move and do something, they're not looking to pick up someone who might be homeless at the bus stop and take them into an alley. Like, that's
very low level. That's very low level.
Yeah, so that tells me there's a lot more going on than, like, so, and you have an apartment and you have a mother and father that you live with. So even though he looks too old to live with his mother and father, but you still have a mother and father at home. It's just a lot. There's a lot going on in that story that, you know, I don't want to read.
Yeah. I blame. Look, man. Throwback.
Well, Derek,
That's clearly, you can't tell that's a boy from looking at that. You thought that was a man, bruh.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Wasn't that back in like the 90s, bro?
We've
Right.
been seeing each other like 3 months now.
I
He
gotta
looks
give him
super.
the benefit of the doubt
Why?
because
And I
there's
do
a
know
such a
you.
thing as unattractive women.
Yeah, but they still look like unattractive women. They don't look like men.
I don't know, bro. It's some manly looking
Remember
women
the
out there
surprise
that's
I told you I
real
wanted
women.
to tell you?
Yeah, but there's nothing about this person.
Well, I also been seeing someone else.
See?
Yeah.
And that person is here. Let's bring out that person.
Come on, bro. These are clearly. You think what?
Wait, see, hold on. This is one of the reasons why I'm against the fake hair and all that extra stuff.
I'm with you.
Because see that adds more confusion if you're in the dating world and you're constantly dating women that got fake, they wear a lot of makeup, fake lashes, fake hair.
How do you even get the same person the next day? That ain't the same lady. Yo, like, you meet her, you see her on Instagram, y'all link up, she look the same. And then it's like you get to a level where it's like the next morning post, hotel, and it's like, oh, who is this broad? Like, what just happened? Remember, I'm gonna get you, sucker?
Listen, you need ID nowadays, baby pictures. It's
Whoa, he said the baby picture. So
Yeah.
look, I just had to play this throwback right here. Just look who he was saying. Come on. Nah, bro. He's looking at him like he want parts of him in a very, very luscious way. that ain't the look of
this
anger.
video is very uncomfortable to watch.
He's looking at him very
It's a
lusciously.
very uncomfortable video. Oh, okay. I'm done.
Okay.
That
The
first
swing-
hit,
Yeah,
hit was
we're
very
gonna
feminine.
stop there.
That was very feminine right there. That was, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. I'm trying to be as
Hold on,
respectful.
let me get past this because I need the news of being a man. That's what I need. Yeah, but they all come on.
I've been cheating on both of y'all.
It's got
And
even
not only
crazier.
that, that's not really a surprise. The surprise is I'm not really a woman.
No. See, here's the thing.
Oh God,
I don't believe this was a real show. I think that
There's no
Jerry
way.
had these shows like fake scripted.
These got to be actors. These are actors. There's no way this is real.
Because in my mind, you can't be in a relationship with somebody enough to say that you're cheating on somebody without having actual full-on sex. And you can't have full-on sex and not know that you're like, come on, bro. That's too much.
Nah. This is out of pocket. So once again, we see
That's
the
why I'm saying-
madness. Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
my
No,
bad.
you go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, because that's why I was saying this particular situation with Mr. Bible is different because you pick the person up at 5 o'clock, 5:30, you instantly go around the alley. They're playing the flute for you. So it's not like you get to look at their body without clothes on or their body parts or you like,
Yeah, but listen, in my book, you still did it. It's still the circumstances, right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And even if you never knew it, I think you're gay now. That's all. I'm just saying. Yeah, okay, if you're not at a minimum, you at least now have a coupon to the LGBT community.
Now we're gonna
Right.
go ahead and I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna co-sign that you have a coupon. I think that works.
If you are topped off, willingly or unwillingly by someone that you assume to be the female, that
By
was
a
a
man. Let's just say by a man.
by man, then I'm saying, okay, maybe you're not gay, but you at least have punched a hole on the tickets to have
Now,
a
let me ask
coupon.
you this: does it make a difference to you if the person is pre-op or post-op?
Wow, that's a rabbit hole. Yeah, it don't make no difference because I don't care how you tuck it, cut it, flip it, or add on to it, right? I don't care how many cucumbers you sew onto that summer. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what kind of swole up puffing machine you get. I don't care how you do it. I don't care what you do. I don't care how many nerve endings you take out of there and move over there. Don't care, right? No, you're still a guy. Post-op, pre-op, you're a dude. Now, I'm gonna again say this because I think we need to. There's not enough times that you can say we genuinely don't care if that's what you want to do and that's how you want to live your life. More power to you, right? As long as you're not trying to mess with the babies, do you. Look, I don't
I
have
would go
no
further.
problem with transgender people when I meet them or whatever you want to call it, and they serving food, Enqi, or they work in a restaurant or they work somewhere and I see their name tag and they say Catherine. How you doing, Catherine? Yeah, can I get extra? Thank you, Catherine. And I tip and you a human being. I'm gonna hold you to the same level of common decency I'm going to hold everyone else to. So I just want to make sure we clear about that because, this idea that we're against transgenderism, I don't want y'all to force us to believe that it's true, is the argument.
Well, here's the thing. I think that, and I guess this is part of a much wider debate, and maybe some people find it offensive, but without interjecting my personal opinion, I would say for safety purposes, right? Forget about what's right, what's wrong, what's the law, what's not the law. I would just say for the safety of people out there, protect yourself by disclosing who you are fully. Full transparency. Like, I think that the trans should include transparency. Like, I think that's important. Now, again, we don't know if this person was transparent. We don't know what this kid was on, what this kid was thinking. We don't know if the transgender woman was honest and said, "Hey, I'm a transgender woman," and like we don't know what actually happened because the other party's not there to tell.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying, if you're trying to pull a Jack in the Box and you let somebody know halfway through a sexual act, like, "Hey, I used to be Edward," you're opening yourself up to a wide array of responses, and some of those responses could be violent and or deadly.
I would think most of them would be. I would think the potential for them to be that is a greater risk. And I love what you said about the trans part should come with transparency. Yeah, y'all, somebody in that community need to grab that and run with it because that I think would prevent a lot of problems. And then the other side to this is, again, like you mentioned, this is a 25-year-old kid who's probably going to be gone the rest of his life, if not most of his adult life. And
The best part,
Mhm.
the best part of his life.
Yeah. So my thing is now, do you think him going to prison is going to help or hurt or because now you're going to be in there where the only thing you could possibly get topped off by is another guy, right? So now, so if you were mad about that, how mad you gonna be about the rest of this when all you got is male toppage? yeah, that's how.
Oh, here's the thing. Without any jokes, he will probably he's probably going to be put into a situation where he's going to be raped, or he's going to have to increase his already lengthy jail time if convicted to protect himself while he's in prison, because going to jail for shooting a transgendered person in the head is going to make you you know, you
PC, bro.
you're not
PC.
gonna be able to just do your time and come, like
No,
that's
they're gonna
not
get you.
what's going to happen.
That community, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. I've heard stories, some of these fresh out channels, like these prison talk channels. I've heard stories of and even what's his name? Mr. I Like Booty, Mr. Fleece said it. He was like, yo, in that's the two groups of people you don't mess with is the sissies. You don't mess with the sissies. He said, we call them punks in there. You don't mess with the punks in there because they'll get you. So now, because the thing you got to remember is, even though that's the way they carry themselves, they're still physically and athletically a guy. Like that's still a man. He's still physically capable of doing what a man can do. Yeah, even though he, cucumbers and whatever, but that's the whole thing. But he's still a dude that could, So I think that's a mistake, and I think that young man's gonna definitely have a really, really hard time behind bars. Pause. I think it's going to be a tough one for him, because I don't know what the sentencing is like out there, but not now, not with the Democrats going through what they going through, and nah, this ain't gonna go good. This is not gonna go good for this young man, and it shouldn't though, because I mean, again, as the details come out, Enqi, we don't know what really happened. So hopefully we get more details, upcoming, and we'll be able to update the folks on this. So yeah, something we had to drop on y'all real quick on a Wednesday. Do us a favor, man. Make sure to check out my guy, Dr. Enqi, the American Healer. Yo, drop the info for the book, bro, and the channel and all that good stuff before we get up out of here.
Race Hustlers on Amazon.
That's it. Bang. It's that simple. So we're going to keep this thing going. Make sure to tap in with us right here on the Urban Conservative over on Dr. Enqi's channels, of course. Make sure to follow him over on Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, all that good stuff. Race Hustlers on Amazon. The books, not the book. The books are in stores now. Pick them up. We're going to be right back here, top of the morning. And what's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, we might do something tomorrow too, because this is just getting out of control. There's another story where they pulled this sovereign citizen transgender. It just got way out of control. So we'll be the transgender tried the Moorish science, and it just went all bad, tasers, and it's just messy, just real messy, just absolutely messy. Yeah. So we might touch on that tomorrow.
Be careful picking up homeless dates at 5 a.m. at the bus stop by the shelter, or like,
that's not a recipe for anything but disaster, though.
I'm trying to get a rock eyebrow, but it's like it's not really working. But just know that I gave you guys a rock eyebrow right now, like.
Yo, out of control. Yep. All right, folks. So we're gonna circle back with y'all tomorrow. We'll tap back in with y'all tomorrow for the top of the morning. All right, Dr. Enqi, man. Thank you for coming on the show again, good brother. We appreciate you as usual. Until next time, folks, make sure to hit that like, follow, subscribe, share, yada, yada, yada. Oh, and I be, I'm about to mess it all the way up, but I do got to give a shout out to my twin brother who is running for Congress. Make sure to head over to our lead for Congress. Make sure you drop that donation. We asking everybody to drop $24.24 so we could do more in 2024 on a serious tip out in North Carolina. So that's what that is. Shouts out to the family. We up out of here. Peace and love, y'all.